how good is for a person to be both spiritually cleansed and happy and successful in business?
The point is that when we make some kind of success and we have a feeling that something is missing, that there is a missing puzzle, I'm successful in business, I'm growing in my career, I'm earning a lot of money, but in the end of the night when I go home, I don't feel I'm happy. Something is missing. And I'm telling you that from my own experience, because I was working in a corporation, I was internationally approved as a good director, but in the end, my family didn't have me. I was a husband for a weekend, I was a father for a weekend, and this person, why am I here? Why am I on earth? Is this my cause? Is this my purpose? Not to spend some time with my family, not to spend time with my wife, not to work on my spirituality, but only to work in a corporation. And I understood that there is a missing puzzle inside. So I started searching. What is the missing puzzle? What can I do? And I'm the general medicine doctor, and in the beginning it was all logic for me. There has to be some logic inside. What is the rational thing to understand everything? But now, after going through Reiki, NLP and everything, I combined all three aspects and I understood that I don't have to know everything. Some things just happen.
Why am I doing this? And why would I improve myself? And who I'm connected to? Then it's not that worthy for us. And then at one point we start feeling this low energy, we start losing our motivation, and that's the point where spirituality comes as the point that really turns everything in our life.
We are earning money for our feelings. We are not earning money to have the $1 million bank account, but to have a feeling that we are successful.
Spirituality comes from balance in the material and spiritual world. If we are not balanced, then we cannot be satisfied nor happy. From energy we materialize things in material world. So being spiritual means having ability to materialize what you think about.
Yes, we are also speaking about charity, which is very important and which is, I believe, very connected to what you're doing as mentors in NLP, because you're doing such a great impact on a community already. So what type of support are you giving community throughout charity?
Well, there are different levels of support. We do donate money to some charity and to some organization they need for kids, for schools, and we have so many projects you can see on our website, but the most important charity we give is knowledge.
A lot of people live in those types of environments and have those life situations that make their thinking and their development very hard. You mentioned one of them, such as women that have been victims and have been in safe houses, but we're also aware that a lot of children, for example, don't have somewhere electricity or computers, so they cannot study. And what is some advice that you can give people in those type of environments that don't grow so exponentially? How can they work on their development and improve themselves, even though they have that hard situation every day?
Well, I can say that the first step would be searching for the higher purpose, and it would be spirituality. It would be something that they should move the focus from some stressed situation to something that is giving them peace inside. So in this state, they can search for the things that they are interested in. And maybe the best advice would be to be brave to try, to be brave to ask.
And what is your experience in living outside that comfort zone, outside that invisible bubble that for some reason people set for themselves.
We want to move them from this comfort zone, as you call it, the bubble, the comfort zone. We want to move them from the comfort zone, because only when you are out you can grow and you can explore and you can find out the things that you can achieve. We are get used on it to live outside the comfort zone. We don't know what the comfort zone means, you know.
The only way that you can grow, actually, because being in a comfort zone makes an illusion that you feel comfortable, but actually when you start doing things you're afraid or ashamed of, then you start thinking, how I can be brave, or how curious I can get, how this life is wonderful when you create your experience. Because when we are in a comfort zone, we don't create our experience. We are just slaves of our habits and of other people's programs, because that's something that is well known for us, that we know, that we repeat, and then we feel comfortable. And then when we do something that we don't repeat, that we do for the first time, we feel like, oh, what's gonna happen? Because our brain thinks, okay, what do we do now? Should I run away? Should I fight? Yeah. If you do something that is not in your comfort zone, it will just be one little victory that you can prove to yourself that you can change your life.
Every time when you go out from that bubble, you go out from the comfort zone, very nice thing happens, you know. And lately we are mentioning that lots of shift happens. You know, when you leave the comfort zone, some kind of shift is awaiting for you. So every thing that happens in our life are putting us one level up. So this is the shift that we need to grow. Every time that we feel bad, every time that we are afraid, every time that we feel, I don't know, tired, exhausting or something, this is the moment that the shift is happening. When we think that everything is dark, when we think that everything is wrong for us, then you realize that you learned a lot of lessons, and that the lesson is something that will help you grow or make the shift to the next level.
There are some changes that happen in our community, and different developments like technological revolution that happened in kind of last couple of years, tens of years in 21st century, that changed people's perception of communication. And do you think that maybe this tablet that I'm holding right now, or computers and smartphones, are the ones that are causing people to have that bubble around them again and not to leave that comfort zone?
In our life, it is very important to have a choice. And internet, tablets, Androids, telephones, iPhones, they are giving us the possibility of choice. So we can choose what we want to learn, what we want to read, what we want to watch. Do you know how many movies you can find online?
Yeah.
How many nice books you can find or buy or order? You know, if you compare it, everybody has a kitchen knife. And you can be a mass murderer, you know, with a knife. You can go around, kill people, but you don't do it. So if you have an internet, use it carefully. Use it ecologically, you know. You can learn so many nice things, but also it can destroy you if you go into the trap.
If you can really learn something, then use it. Yeah, and it's not good that we avoid this technology. Many people are like, I don't wanna. You know, but it's necessary. You know, it really helps you go to another side of the planet. You know, that's wonderful.
So there's no more excuse. I don't know, I cannot speak other language, I don't know how to do that. Go to YouTube and find it.
Yeah.
And do it.
You can find everything.
You can find everything. on
Everything.
Google. So I remember once, I don't need a Google, I got married. So my wife knows everything. So you cannot live in 90s.
Yeah, because shift happened.
Shift happened. In the meantime, if you're not aware of it, it is a problem. If you're not aware that the shift happened. We live in a different way. Actually, we live in a much easier way than back in the 90s. But people are always focused on negative things, you know. If you focus on all the advantages and availability that we have, then you know that 21st century is great.
Who are people that you would like to see in this type of training? Who is this training made for?
Actually, it is made for everybody who want to develop, who want to grow, who feel that they are stuck somehow, that there is a missing puzzle inside. They are aware of the potential, but they don't know how to expand it, how to use it, what to do with the potential that they have. So this training, this community that we are building is actually the people who are aware that they can do much better, they can do great things, but they need a support, they need a trigger, they need some information that will push them to grow. You know?
Yeah. Many people probably know how to work out, but they still don't, you know. So we are familiar with exercise, but we need support. So when you go into the group, when you find your mentors, then you get additional energy, and you're like, okay, now I gave my word to do something. I paid, and it means like I feel ready. I value myself and my improvement. That's why I invest in myself. So whenever you invest in your knowledge and skills, you profit. That's for sure.
Also, this group dynamic is the thing that is phenomenal, because people are supporting each other. So look, my experience is this, my experience is that, maybe you can try this, maybe you can try that. And this group dynamic is something that gives you everything that you need. And we are here to supervise, we are here to share videos, to share live videos, to communicate with people, to share everything that we know. We realize that this group is our way to share our knowledge, our experience. We were working with thousands of people through coaching and trainings, and we have lots of experience because there are so different type of people who were coming to the trainings with different problems, different difficulties, and we found a way together to overcome it. So in this group we want to share everything that we know, step by step, but in the end it is going to be a really big thing.
Thank you much for your time and for this talk.
Thank you.